Welcome to another edition of Northern Heat. My name is Bob Lennon, host of the Northern Heat for this week, and our special guest, Samuel Degg. And Samuel, today you've been on the show quite a few times, but today you're in the role of the president of the Biscuit-Mi'kmaq Trail.
Well, not the president, but anyway, a hard-working volunteer.
Hard-working volunteer, that's for sure. Yeah, but in the last week or so, you've been on the news quite a bit because National Geographic have chosen that the Biscuit-Mi'kmaq Trail as the only one in Canada, but one of the top 25 adventure challenges.
Places to see?
Places to see and visit. And that's incredible. We're talking National Geographic here.
Yeah, it is.
It
is pretty.
We all grew up, and I'm not young, and I grew up with National Geographic in the house, and you're always that was a pretty famous name, and it still is today, and everything that they end up doing. And so, how did that come about? Do you have any idea?
Well, we're still not sure how that happened. We're still surprised by the news. I mean, we knew when we started cutting the trail that it would have a great potential, that eventually we would have thousands of people come hike here. It's one of the last, fairly unspoiled spots in the province. Follows a nice river from the highest peaks of the Maritimes to the nice Bay of Chaleur. So we knew it had great potential, but to be recognized so fast is just absolutely amazing.
So how long has it been since it's only been, 3 years, 4 years since you broke through and did the whole thing from one end to another? Am I correct there?
Actually, when we back, the natives had... First Nation people have been using that trail, that corridor for thousands of years before we even came here. 25 years ago, about Pabno First Nation had, with a project, they had kind of reopened the trail.
Okay.
Fortunately, maybe not enough advertised or whatever. There's a bridge that was supposed to happen, but the trail was not used to its fullest potential for sure, and it just was let go and we grew. And about 5-6 years ago, a bunch of volunteers got together and we said, we have to reopen that trail. It has, so much potential, and hiking was getting more popular. So
you put her back together. So
we put it back together.
What does this recognition mean? It's hard to tell, but what are you speculating?
Well, we're not sure. Like I said, we didn't ask for it. We didn't plan for it. We're not sure what the impact is going to be. Is it hardly going to make any impact, or is there going to be 10,000 people wanting to hike the trail next summer? So we're not sure what the impact will be. But one thing is certain is that we put so much work into that trail. Certainly, we're proud. We're proud. We're really happy about that recognition. Hopefully it'll get other people to, kind of help us, because we have to stay humble, even though we got that recognition that we've learned a lot in the last years, cutting the trail and putting infrastructures on it. But there's still stuff that we don't know. We might be able to do better. So if anybody has any money, knowledge, advice, maybe a few hours to give here and there to help us deliver, a really nice experience. The last thing we want is for people to come here and be disappointed. I don't think they will.
Yeah.
But we want just to make it as
But you're right, though. The amount of work that there needs to be clearing the brush, because things grow back in, and you got to fix those. And if there's any areas that are dangerous or whatever, you want to make sure. But it's still, you're hiking at your own risk, and I was told I am in no shape or form to be able to do it from one end to another. But you're looking at a 5 or 6 day hike. Or longer?
It's 150 kilometers. So some, really good athletes are doing it in 3-4 days, but some people take up to 10 days. And the trail, it's living, it's changing all the time. There's erosion. Beavers have flooded two sections of the trail. We need to take care of that. But trees fall every week, so there's a lot of work involved in just maintaining it and rerouting what it needs, and checking the infrastructure, the bridges and stuff like that. So,
and you built a number of bridges over the years.
Oh, we built 12 bridges in the last few years.
That's amazing. And your group, you got what, 20 or 25 volunteers?
Yeah, good core 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need more. If anybody wants to volunteer, how do they?
They can contact us through the website, www.micmactrail.ca. We have emails, telephone numbers. They can contact the trailmaster. Fortunately, we did have some help with the province in the last few years to kind of help us with that, the infrastructure, some funding. We got an employee that does a great job in taking care of that. So
you talk about the government. So here's something that, over the last year and a half since COVID started, New Brunswick has kind of risen up out of the ashes, and people are starting to look at the province as a great place to stay. Last summer, we ended up, rating top 5 places to come and move to and to live. And now we have this with the trail itself. And so, the province got to be able to look at this as being an opportunity to help out the North and see what's going on. Because I think that you've also applied to get that whole area along the trail protected, right?
Yes, we'd certainly like to see, like the mixed growth forest be kept along that corridor for sure. Because again, people who come from every corner of the world, I think coming in for that type of adventure would expect to see, what nature is meant to look like.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. It's amazing with the small group of people that you've been able to do that, and the fact that it's been picked up by National Geographic. However that happened, and who cares? There's an opportunity there, and the fact that we talked about it briefly a while ago too, is that it's going to draw people to the trails, but it's a spin-off to that too. Before they go on the trail, they got to stay somewhere. They got to pack some lunches. They got to bring some food. They got to bring some gear. Or they might have partners that don't want to participate and want to look at something else. And we talked about the work that you're doing too on the cycle trail to connect to the peninsula and so on and so forth. So
certainly, there's tremendous potential. There's room for many operators being, shuttling people, baggages, hotels, restaurants, stuff like that, because again, a lot of people I think will be drawn to come here, but not everybody is made to hike 150 kilometers. Some might just get a taste of it, do a day hike or a couple of days, but they'll want to spend more time. So that cycling trail that we want to connect to the Vallée de Péninsule Acadienne is just one of the many projects I think we can from this news just get going faster.
Well, it accelerates things and adds a little bit of fuel to the fire.
I'm one to see things moving.
So. No, exactly. And then the opportunity too is that I remember the first year that you had the Nabisco Challenge. You did it from Mont Carleton to here. So that might come back. You've kind of moved it around and did different things.
Many editions since every fall there we do. We do an edition different every time, and people just.
Well, my hat's off to you guys, and I think that having this notoriety of making it on the National Geographic group, the only one in Canada, that's pretty impressive, and for our region on top of that. So my hat's off to you, to all your volunteers. Hopefully this interview gets you a chance to get some more volunteers to help. Definitely you need that, and keep up the good work, because this might have been a surprise to you, but again, thank you. It's part of our region, right? Yeah. So there we are with another edition of Northern Heat for this week, the places you come to listen to the stories that haven't been discovered yet.